Hello, hello. My name is Kim Addis. I am the president and founder of Frame of Mind Coaching and the co-founder of the Journal That Talks Back. If you haven't heard of the Journal That Talks Back, I'd love to introduce it to you. It is a new, accessible, affordable, and unlimited coaching service for young professionals. And by young professionals, I mean people between the ages of 18 and let's say early 30s. Please come check it out. It's super cool. We're leveraging our journaling expertise to provide on the go, all the time coaching for young people. Check it out, thejournalthattalksback.com. But in the meantime, it is Fridays with Ferne. We're super excited to welcome Ferne back. Ferne, welcome.
Hello, hello. How are you today?
It's great because it's Friday and I get to talk to you. So what's up? What's on your agenda today?
Lucky me. So today I have a case that's kind of close to my heart. We have a case about a guy named Santiago who comes from Colombia and moved to Spain to work. And well, he studied and now he's working and he wants to move and live there. And so he started applying for citizenship. So a little while ago, Santiago met the woman of his dreams, Valentina, and they're super happy together. But Valentina gets an amazing job in France and has to move. And so now they're far apart and they see each other, periodically, once a month, twice a month. But it's really tough for them. And they both know that they have to wait. Her because of her job and him because of the citizenship. He has to live there. And she needs to be on site for the job. So they really love each other and they're super happy together, but they don't know essentially how to make the time pass faster. They just want to be together. They want to live together and they feel both a bit frustrated that they can't have that. So how do we kind of ease their waiting time? And the time that until they can be fully together and live together.
Boy, I know the situation firsthand. Do we want to share with the audience who the situation really is about?
Wow, way to put me on the spot there, hey?
I think that's okay. The audience needs to know who we really are.
Well, yeah, so my boyfriend is indeed waiting for his citizenship to come to Canada or to have his Canadian citizenship. He's in Montreal and I'm in Toronto. I'm studying at the University of Toronto, so I have to be here. And he has to live there for his citizenship that he applied through Quebec. So it's been tough, not gonna lie. I want to live with him and kind of make things move along. But I have to wait.
You have to wait. So, I mean, let's forget about Valentina and Santiago for a second. Let's just talk about you. So the truth of the matter is that you have this incredible relationship with an incredible human who is super grateful to be with you and feels like you are the moon, the sun, and the stars. And so let's first of all acknowledge that this is not a flash in the pan relationship. It's a good, solid relationship. And to be honest, at your age, I think it's okay for you to need to wait. I think it's a good thing. It's actually a benefit. I know you don't want to hear that from your mother, but it's a good thing because what it's doing is it's giving you the hard stuff up front. And so oftentimes, that you're in love, you get married, it's the honeymoon, and then boom, the hard stuff comes. But you're dealing with the hard stuff up front. And so the first thing that I would suggest is that your perspective about what's in front of you can be a little bit different. You could say, okay, so this is what we need to go through in order to be together. Wonderful. And we're going to go through it together. We're going to put ourselves kind of in the same boat and row together and work it out together. This is an opportunity for us to really, really enhance, tighten, strengthen the foundation of our relationship. So this is not a bad thing. This is actually an opportunity. So we want to start off with that the perception of it isn't that you're in jail or you're in purgatory or you've been punished for the next couple of years, but that this is an opportunity to really, really build something very, very strong. That's number one. Number two is that the truth of the matter is that you're not never seeing each other. You're seeing each other fairly often. And maybe it's not every day, and maybe it's not a living together situation permanently full time, but you are seeing each other. And in a pretty interesting, creative way. You know, he comes to you for a couple weeks, you take a 2-week break, you go to him. And so the creativity of coming and going is very interesting. But what you're also doing is you're learning about how will we live together down the road? What's going to be important? What kind of space do we need? How do we interact? What kind of time schedule do we live with? Do we have the same values? And so I think this time is really valuable for you in terms of learning about each other, spending time together, but also spending time apart. And I think that's going to be very important to instill in your relationship, is to have some time separately so that you're not together and then only together, that you have a little bit of your own time too. And you're creating that from the get-go. I think that's going to be very important as you move forward. So now the question is, how do you have fun in the next couple of years while you're busy working and he's busy working and you're in Toronto and he's in Montreal? Honestly, I think you're doing a great job of having fun. You're playing video games sometimes, you're talking, you're sharing your struggles and your challenges, you're in contact all the time, you're maybe having dinner together, even if it's through Zoom. Like, there's a lot of creative togetherness. And for you, the key is not how do we do this? Because you're figuring it out, you're doing it. It's how do I stop resisting it? How do I stop feeling the pain of this? How do I just say, I'm okay with it?
Just 2 years is a long time. And I don't mind waiting for, half of that, but 2 years just seems very long before I can get what I want,
But you have what you want. You have a wonderful, lovely, incredible human in your life. And so when you say, I have to wait till I get what I want, what you're really saying is, I'm looking at the absence of what is instead of looking at what is. That's incredible and amazing. I'm working on my Ph.D. I'm in this amazing relationship. I'm close to my family. Okay, that's personal. I'm biased, but you have a lot of what you want. This one extra piece is something that's on the way. Like, let's look at you a year ago, before you met your boyfriend. You're like, Mom, I'm never going to meet anyone. There's nobody I like. So look at how far away you were at that point compared to where you are now. There wasn't even a human in your world.
Yeah.
So a lot of this is perspective, but most of what this is you're resisting what is. What is perfectly fine. It's okay. You are creating your own pain by being so against the fact that you have to wait for what you really, really want, instead of seeing that what you really, really want is actually right in your hands. So much more so than it was even just 12 months ago. So, I often say to my clients, but especially my kids, and they don't like to hear it, just chill out. Everything's good. You have everything. Everything is lined up for you. Everything is unfolding beautifully. Your career, your relationships, your home, your home, everything is there for you. You don't need to resist it. Thank you for sharing your story. Any questions?
Well, I mean, I understand that I have to be okay with it, but like, what do you do when you just miss him? And then, I mean, I can call him.
It's okay to miss him. It's okay to miss him.
But it's hard.
It's hard, but you know what? Here's the interesting thing. You miss him because he's not physically there, but he's so with you.
Yeah.
He's so with you every step of the way. And so when you miss him, a great thing to do is start to think about, every time I talk to you, one of the things you say to me is, he's so good. He's so good to me. He's so good. And so that realization, that moment of appreciation, in a way, fixes everything in the moment that you're missing him.
You just want to give him a hug, but
everything's good. Everything's lined up. Everything's unfolding exactly as it should. It's a beautiful thing. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, milk the moments, enjoy the conversations. Focus on the fact that he's in your life, that he's there, that he's willing, that he's interested, that he's so dedicated and committed to you, instead of what's not here.
Yeah, you're right. Easier said than done, though.
I know. And if you need a hug, I'm here.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for being open. I know that I outed you and I apologize, but I think it's so much better when we get to coach people live than when we get to coach a case, even though that's fun too. But thank you. For those of you who are listening, you just got a sneak peek into our relationship and how I interact with my daughter on a basically daily basis. She matters a lot to me. I'm in her corner and I'm super, super proud of every single thing she's doing. I don't tell her often enough. But for those of you who are listening, I hope that you took something from this conversation. And if you have a case, a challenge that you want to share with us, please reach out to us. Ferne, how do people reach you?
Please email me. So my email is FerneKotlyar, that's FerneKotlyar @live.com.
And I can be reached at kim@frameofmindcoaching.com. And we will see you next week. Please send us feedback. We'd love to hear from you. How did you like this episode now that we kind of completely went off of our original plan? Want to hear from you. Have a great week, guys.
Bye.